Hey guys, it's Omer from MMOs.com. Do a quick first impressions gameplay video for Global Adventures, free-to-play action MMORPG developed by a Chinese company called Pixelsoft and published by Suba Games. So 10 to 15 minutes running around checking this game out. Make comments if you guys do want to play Global Adventures or just learn more about it. Do check the whole review on MMOs.com on the link below. So let's go and get started. The closed beta actually began for this game in late 2017, and I actually heard about this game relatively recently from this video. So our playable characters, we have 6 playable characters, and there's actually only 3 playable characters. You have the Shock Trooper, the Biotech, and the Demolitionist, and a male and female version of each. So one thing about this game you notice right away is that the actual production value and the voice acting is actually hilarious in its own really low quality way. So if you click on this dude, for example, just listen to what he says for a second.
This is the meaning of life.
Well, that was the girl. She goes, "This is the meaning of life." But he's my favorite. You click on this guy.
I had trout yesterday. What about you?
He literally says, "I had trout yesterday. What about you?" He's telling us he ate fish. In a very, it just makes no kind of sense. And if you click on next, you hear another voice line which makes no sense.
I'm not fat. It's just hard for me to lower my head.
He goes, "I'm not fat. It's just hard for me to lower my head." That literally makes no sense in any context. He's not fat, and why would he have trouble lowering his head? It almost feels like the voice actors got the lines confused, because this guy over here is a large dude, the Demolitionist. Maybe he meant to say he's not fat, and he just can't lower his head because his head is really big. But it feels like they got the voice acting, the lines mixed up, and they don't even care, which is actually pretty hilarious. You have appearance customization options, but there aren't that many. You have another character over here, the Demolitionist. She has a very odd voice line as well.
You disrespecting women?
Are you disrespecting women? She's a social justice warrior character in the game.
Disrespecting women?
So I'm going to play my Lolly character who is mega cute. And let's just jump right in. This is quite a treat of a game. It's very, very strange. In its core, though, it's a game like Closers or Dragonica or Vindictus or Critica. Basically, you have the instance dungeons and persistent hubs. So you can see right now we are actually in the game's persistent area. We can see other players over here. It's a quest hub, and you can see other players running around. This guy's a player over there. And look what we can do to this bad boy. Check out these sick emotes. Yes, you can literally push somebody on a bed in a very provocative, ridiculous way. This game has the most bizarre emotes I've seen in an MMORPG in a long time. So yeah, and that's not the only one. You can do sick dances, obviously, too. But you can pick people up as well. We can just lift this guy up over there. Boom. You can't move with him, unfortunately, but you can just pick random people up. It's just really, really silly. Though one of my favorite emotes in the game is the eat and drink emote. Just look at this bad boy real quick. So I get an apple straight out of my butt, and you bite into it. So just we'll turn the camera for a second. So let's look at it this way. So we're gonna pull up that same emote again. It's gonna be called Eat and Drink. We literally pull it from our butthole and we just munch right into it. That makes a lot of sense. But anyway, enough emotes. Let's go enter the desert oasis. Yes, we are going on a little bicycle, and we're gonna go run over there. We get a nice view like that. There you go. But the storytelling in this game is kind of meant to be kind of a parody. But the game is funny not because it's a parody or the story is really silly. It's because the story is so silly and the production value is so bad and the voice acting is so bad that it actually becomes really funny indirectly. We're going to do the Oasis run over here. We got to do this bad boy. You can do it in story mode or normal mode, 2 different difficulties. Though we can't do normal mode to level 23. You can see your possible rewards. And again, right from here, you basically, this is basically a progression in the game. It's basically, you got the persistent lobbies and then instance dungeons, and you can do these with other people as well. And there's a story-driven experience over here because you can, you get to see a little cutscene before every mission, and there's a boss at the end of each mission as well.
Water, food, we're out of all essential supplies.
Let's see the riveting story. Oh, we see something. And you'll see the gameplay over here in a second. Again, it's action and RPG gameplay similar to any other game like this.
In the desert.
An octopus? I don't think it's an octopus. It's clearly Executioner Pokemon. Executor.
Never thought we'd find it here. The Cheetos orchid, native to the African desert,
What?
can live hundreds of years. The longest living one is currently over 2,000 years old. Cheetos orchid is said to taste.
I think we actually have to watch it. We can't skip it. But it's actually worth watching because it's really silly. All right, sick animation, bro. You actually don't eat this? Hurry up and find the supplies. Let's hurry up and find the supplies. The game asks for a random choice over here too sometimes.
Let me climb up and have a look.
And it creates some really silly situations at times. Whoosh.
Ah, it's an oasis. There's water.
There's
safe.
water.
Although, it probably isn't just the oasis waiting for us.
All right, now we get to kill some enemies. So you see the actual core gameplay right now. It's you move with WSAD, you aim and shoot with your left mouse button, and yes, you can literally walk around. We gotta click here first. Whoosh, slide down the sands. And one thing is actually the gameplay feels a bit janky, which is really odd, unfortunately. So you can actually move doing this, because obviously we all twirl around when we move, like a battle arena, right? That makes a lot of sense. So Barry is our NPC right now in our party. He just wrecked those scorpions for us. And we just progress through the dungeon like this. It's a very linear progression. It's not only is it stage-based, the actual stages themselves are very linear too. But if you've played Closers, you've played Critica, they all kind of follow that same formula. So the fact that you kind of have to aim attacks with range makes the game feel a bit like maybe the Master X Masters, PvE missions. But not nearly as skillful with the dodging, and not nearly as smooth either. I mean, right away, the game is very janky. It just, sometimes the frames stutter and it just feels kind of awkward. It doesn't feel nearly as buttery smooth as other games. You have skills as well, 1 and 2 right now. There's more you can get in the game, but I didn't bother learning them because there's absolutely no need to. We've been stopping pretty much everything without, having any more skills. Another bizarre thing is, you can see the hit counter on the right side. That's not like a combo counter. You would think it counts your combos because that doesn't go down. It basically goes up every time you hit an enemy. Like most games like Critica and Closers, they kind of measure your combo. But no, here it just measures literally your whoa, we got a vehicle, yo. It literally just measures how many times you hit enemies, which again makes no kind of sense. It's a weird, bizarre statistic, which I don't know why they have in the game. Like who asked for that statistic, but you have it here. We're killing the big fortress over there, just mowing down enemies. So you pick up vehicles. Some of the missions can be really silly. You go underground in some missions, you're in airplanes and whatnot, you ride vehicles. You can do these missions PvE as well with other people. Whoa, we're actually taking a lot of damage from this thing. Holy moly. This big fortress. Gotta actually juke these bad boys. Not sure why this guy's with scimitars literally running at this vehicle. Those actually, oh man, look at this sick energy we're just grabbing. Can we not hit these guys? No, we can now. Easy frags. Domination, boys. 132 hits. And again, that's not combo. This literally just hits. Oh, we missed something. We gotta kill this bad boy too. No more enemies to kill. Black Flag Gunman. So yeah, you're literally mowing down enemies. Just absolutely mowing them down. And you can see your skills and whatnot too. But again, the core gameplay is really nothing original. And you can kind of tell it's a Chinese game as well from right from the get-go because the interface and the emotes. I've gotten good at noticing Chinese emotes. If you see something called CP or combat power, that's also a very distinctly Chinese thing. If you play Chinese browser games, they always measure your strength in CP, and they have a VIP thing really visible on the screen. You can see my VIP over there. My combat power is going to be the top left over here somewhere. And you'll, what is it over there? I can't see it right now. But your combat power is easily visible when you're outside dungeons. So you can see all your gear has CP as well. You can measure what gear is strong and whatnot. So I'm using these dual guns right now. I have other weapons too. There's miniguns. There's actually melee weapons. But you can use up to 3 weapons at a time. You can see Z, X, and C at the bottom. But I only have one weapon right. I only have one weapon slot right now. You get a second one at level 20, and the third one, unfortunately, you have to pay money to unlock. But the core gameplay here is really nothing special. I mean, it's not terrible, but honestly, both Closers, Critica, Vindictus just offer better core gameplay. I mean, the only reason to really play I'm about to call it Global Adventures, is just the pure meme gameplay. Like, the storytelling is pure memey and really absurd. Waleed, stop! You can see the storytelling. It gets really over the top. Why is this guy's camel blindfolded? Who knows?
You're late.
Haha!
Shoot.
Why does the guy's camel have a rocket on it? Or a machine gun? Whoa. What's going on? It's Waleed. Sick camel.
D8, you useless coward.
And like the characters break the song and dance sometimes too. It's just really weird. It's a very weird kind of comedy, but it's so strange that you will get some chuckles out of it for sure. And the game is free. It's by Super Games, so honestly, I expected worse because Super Games typically relaunches really old games that are already shut down. So this is like one of the first original games they launched that wasn't like just shut down somewhere else. All right, that was a very odd cutscene. Nothing special happened there.
This is the upgraded version of the Mummy Warrior, one of the legendary guards of the deep god of death.
So we're gonna kill this boss fight over here.
He is like a windmill.
Actually, you guys get to see my favorite part of this game. It actually makes no kind of sense. It's actually really, really absurd. I can't wait to show that to you. Basically, when you beat the dungeon, your character says the most random voice line ever. In fact, I will guarantee you, nobody will guess the voice line at the end of the character. At the end of this boss fight. Basically, when we clear the dungeon, your character says something in celebration, and it makes literally 0 sense. And it really captures the essence, I think, of Global Adventures. This guy's almost dead. He basically does no damage. He's got three more life meters, but they're gonna really quick. This guy is knocking us back. 6-hit combo. There we go. He's almost dead. 2 more HP bars. I'm missing my attacks. My weapon kind of sucks. I should try something else. There, we got him. Easy frags. There you go. You might have missed it because I was talking. She literally goes, "I'm Sailor Moon." At the end of every single mission, your
You did
character
very well back there.
literally
Better
says,
equipment will keep you safe from
I'm
danger.
Sailor Moon, out of nowhere,
You know
for no
about the
reason.
superfluid
It makes
developed by
no
the
kinds of sense.
association?
But
Using it to strengthen
every
your
single
equipment
mission.
will significantly enhance your combat abilities.
Okay, open
This
this
is a
chest
perk
over
of
here.
being part of the association, and it costs you nothing. Go
But
look for the engineer
I don't know
Arya to
why.
strengthen
It
your
just
equipment.
seems so randomly added. Like, I wonder what the voice actors were thinking when they were told to record that voice line with every character. They just yell, "I'm Sailor Moon." Why? Why are they saying that? Like, it doesn't fit the game at all, but it's amazing because it's so random. But again, this is not a game I could really recommend for its riveting core gameplay. It's a game you play for the memes. It's very memey. Like, just the characters are really silly. They say really absurd things. We can talk to my boy over here, the Cairo detective.
I have a list of the hottest girls in Cairo.
He's got a list of the hottest girls in Cairo. Makes no kind of sense. Let's talk to Adventure Bear. What do you got for me, buddy? And the cutscenes are random.
Our discovery gave Lewis a shot.
And there's actually a surprise amount of voice acting in this game, though. Like, they actually bothered to voice act a lot. So you can see my CP at the top left over there. That's my combat power. And yes, you get to ride an awesome little bicycle over here. Get a nice view as well. But this is
earlier performance was pretty good.
But this is a global adventures. It's a unique title. If you want to play it for the memes and the lulz, it might be worth trying. But it's not a game that you can seriously get into. But still, there's some really ridiculous emotes, and there's some, yes, no other game has your character randomly screaming at the end of every dungeon that I'm Sailor Moon, and that's a real thing, and it's something else. But yeah, it's global adventures. If you guys want to play it or learn more about it, do check out the full review on MMOs.com on the link below. We're going to celebrate this by pulling out another apple from our booty. That is the best way to celebrate. Yes, right from there, and eat it. Om noms. But later, guys.